What do you love about being a carer?
Hi there, you're joining me on an evening walk to talk about caring. What do you love about being a carer? Well, I love to see the smiles on the face of the one that I love and the one I care for. I love to see her laughing, and then I know I'm doing an okay job. That's what I love.
So, what I love about being a carer, there's a great sense of satisfaction when it all goes well, and an intimacy that I have with my grandson that I just wouldn't have otherwise if he was a well, independent person. There's a bond that is so strong and a love that is so intense. It's uplifting. I have a sense of purpose and determination to succeed. I live by the words, how can I do this? Rather than, I can't do this. And I feel just a love beyond measure. And it feels good to help my grandson and achieve for him. And also the rest of the household that are impacted by it.
My name is Stephen and I care for my daughter. What I like about being a carer is when you see my daughter struggling to do something and you support her, and she tries again, and she really achieves something you didn't think she would. It gives an absolute beaming smile.
What don't you like about being a carer?
I suppose it's just the constant battles, everything you have to fight for. Daughter's trying your hardest to make any sort of improvements and gains, and you always feel like you're battling to keep those sort of resources or help.
What don't you like about being a carer? Well, sometimes it's not always easy. In fact, sometimes it is pretty tough. Sometimes I run out of patience, and unfortunately that's the reality of the situation that we find ourselves in.
Okay, so what do I not like about being a carer? Gosh, frustration when things keep failing, and deterioration of his health or difficulties getting harder for him. His pain is my pain because I feel duty bound to help him 24/7 until I can't give any more. Feel sort of extreme tiredness and desperation, and also a fear of what lies ahead. Sometimes I have no sense of self, a lot of sadness. I'm also mindful of the fact that the whole household is involved and have to compromise to make sure that we put my grandson as a top priority. So it gets very stressful at times. I also experience feelings of being useless and not good enough, and guilt.
If you had a magic wand, what would you change?
Okay, so if I had a magic wand, what would I change? Well, probably I'd have more money so that I could pay someone to do the things I do in the way that I do it from time to time when I just needed to back off a bit. And if I had a real magic wand, society would put more money into research so that they could either cure certain issues altogether, or at the very least find ways to support people like myself with the difficulties that they face. Those would be magic wands. So more money to help get someone to be me, to give me a break and help the child directly. It would also be nice to have a bit more fun in life rather than constant responsibility, and to have some rest.
So, if you had a magic wand, what would you change? Well, with the first wave of the magic wand, I would prevent dementia in the first place. And if I couldn't do that, then the second wave of my magic wand would be to find a cure for all kinds of dementia.
If I had a magic wand, I wouldn't change anything about my daughter. I think I'd change how you get help and assistance and support. I think, if she's got these conditions, that's what she's got, and then you should have the support given to you, not have to fight for it.
What do you do to look after you?
I suppose to keep myself sane, whenever I get the chance, I'll try and go for bike rides.
Well, I know what to do to look after myself. It would be giving myself more me time and occasionally sort of switching off from all my responsibility and not to worry about whether I'm meeting everybody else's needs, obviously in particular my grandson. What I actually do is in the summer, when it's warm enough, I will sneak out into the garden, sit on the bench, try and be as invisible as possible for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and just try and chill. The most I do. But you know what? There has to be a way to improve this. I'm just searching and haven't found it yet. But I'll keep trying because I'm a positive person. And the rewards of caring, you can't take that away from anyone.
What do you do to look after yourself? Well, here I am. Out in nature, out in the great outdoors, and enjoying a bit of Cornwall. So, there we go.